The Tomahawk is a long-range cruise missile. It can travel hundreds of miles. It flies low and fast. It strikes specific targets with high accuracy, made by Raytheon technologies, used for decades by the US Navy to project power from the sea, launched from ships, launched from submarines, designed to hit high-value targets. Those targets are often heavily defended. Its existence changes how military planners think about conflict. It lets forces strike deep inside enemy territory, without risking pilots or aircraft. First used in combat, during Operation Desert Storm, 1991. Upgraded many times since. Today's Tomahawk is sophisticated and intelligent. It can receive new orders mid-flight. It can loiter over an area, waiting. It can send back images of its target. Commanders can make a final decision moments before impact. A significant leap in standoff strike capability. It allows a nation to exert force from a great distance with remarkable precision. What if Ukraine received this weapon? To understand the Tomahawk, you have to look at its design. It is essentially a small, unmanned jet. The missile is about 18 feet long, that is roughly the length of a large family SUV. Its body is narrow, with a diameter of about 20 inches. When it is launched, its wings are folded inside. Once it is in the air, those wings pop out. They span nearly 9 feet. This design allows it to be stored in compact launch tubes on ships and submarines. The entire missile weighs around 2,900 pounds. A significant part of that weight is its powerful warhead and the fuel it needs for its long journey. The missile's power comes from two main parts. First, there is a solid fuel rocket booster. The booster provides the initial powerful thrust to get the missile out of its launcher. It burns for only a few seconds before it falls away. After that, the missile's main engine takes over. This is a small, efficient Williams International turbofan jet engine. That engine lets the Tomahawk cruise for hundreds of miles. It flies at a subsonic speed around 550 miles per hour. That is similar to the cruising speed of a commercial airliner. The warhead is the part of the missile that does the damage. The standard Tomahawk carries a 1,000-pound class unitary warhead. The Tomahawk is not just a powerful weapon, it is also a smart one. Its ability to find its target with pinpoint accuracy comes from a sophisticated suite of guidance systems. These systems work together to keep the missile on its pre-programmed path. The primary navigation system relies on GPS, the global positioning system, the same satellite tech your phone or car uses for directions. But the Tomahawk does not rely on GPS alone, because an enemy might try to jam the satellite signal. To guard against jamming, the missile has internal navigation systems, an inertial navigation system using gyroscopes and accelerometers to track every twist and turn from launch. It knows where it started and calculates position without outside help. Another system is TERCOM, terrain contour matching, comparing measured ground height to a stored digital terrain map. DSMAC acts like a digital camera. It compares live images of the ground to preloaded scenes to correct errors and stay on course. This combination makes the Tomahawk highly accurate and resilient to countermeasures. Newer blocks add a two-way satellite data link. An operator can see the missile's feed in near real time. They can verify the target and send new instructions. They can redirect it or command it to loiter until a new target is chosen. Not all Tomahawk missiles are the same. Over the years, Raytheon has developed multiple blocks with new capabilities. The workhorse for years, Block 4, the tactical Tomahawk, introduced two-way data link. The latest, Block V, delivered to the US Navy beginning in 2021. Block V is a family, upgraded navigation, stronger comms. VA hits moving ships. VB carries a new multi-effects warhead. Maritime Strike Tomahawk, Block VA, engages moving targets at sea. Block VB's warhead improves penetration on hardened targets and remains effective on softer targets. From ship or submarine, a cold launch ejects the missile clear before the booster fires. If Ukraine were to receive Tomahawk missiles, it would introduce a new and powerful dimension to the conflict. The primary advantage is range. With a reach of over 1,000 miles, Tomahawks could hold at risk high-value Russian targets far from the front lines. This includes major logistics hubs, ammunition depots, fuel storage facilities deep inside Russian-occupied territory and potentially within Russia itself. By disrupting the flow of supplies to the front, Ukraine could degrade Russia's ability to sustain offensive operations. A single well-placed strike on a critical railway bridge or supply node could have a ripple effect across the entire theater of war. Another key impact would be on command and control infrastructure. Tomahawks are designed for precision strikes on specific buildings or facilities. This would allow Ukraine to target military headquarters, communication centers, and other nodes used to direct forces. Degrading command and control can sow confusion, slow decision-making, and disrupt operations. The ability to strike air bases could force aircraft farther from the border, reducing operational tempo. The maritime strike Tomahawk would threaten the Black Sea Fleet in port and at sea, even from land-based launchers. That complicates Russian naval operations, potentially pushing ships farther from the coast or risking being targeted. This could help protect vital grain shipping lanes and limit naval cruise missile launches. The mere threat would force Russia to redeploy advanced air defenses, stretching coverage and creating new vulnerabilities. In essence, Tomahawks would force Russia to defend everywhere, creating dilemmas for its military planners. On a tactical level, the impact could be significant, opening opportunities at the front. Providing Ukraine with Tomahawks is not as simple as loading them onto a cargo plane. The first hurdle is the launch platform. Ukraine would need ground-based launchers. Such systems exist but are new and in limited supply. Building more takes time and the technology is highly sensitive. Each Tomahawk costs well over $1 million. Stockpiles are finite, and production is steady but not rapid. Funding and backfill require congressional support and multi-year planning. Training is critical. Mission planning systems, complex routing, and in-flight retargeting skills take months to master. Much of this training is classified and must occur in secure environments. A robust maintenance and logistics backbone, handling gear, diagnostics, spare parts, is essential. Allies must build a secure, reliable pipeline for long-term support. Without that backbone, advanced weapons can quickly become useless. Beyond logistics, the decision is fraught with political and strategic risks. Tomahawks could strike deep inside Russia, including major cities. Allies have been careful to calibrate support to avoid uncontrolled escalation. Providing a weapon that could hit the capital crosses psychological lines and could trigger unpredictable responses. Risks range from mass retaliation across Ukraine to wider regional conflict. With the INF treaty gone, ground-launched Tomahawks are legal. But basing them in Europe would be seen as provocative. It could spur a new arms race. Maintaining Allied unity is crucial. Some members might judge the risk too high. Any plan requires intensive consultation to manage escalation and stay united. Advanced technology can change battlefield geometry, but choices carry consequences. The Tomahawk is a powerful tool, yet never a silver bullet. The conflict has gone on for years. It is a war of attrition. Artillery, drones, shorter-range missiles. A Tomahawk could fundamentally alter tactics and strategy, reaching far behind front lines. It could disrupt logistics, command structures, and air defenses. But giving it is not a simple choice. There are enormous logistical, political, and strategic challenges. We will look at what it is, how it works, how it could be used, and the obstacles to fielding it. The story of the Tomahawk is the story of modern warfare, technology, power, and difficult choices. It is important to understand the facts. If provided to Ukraine, it could disrupt logistics, degrade command and control, threaten the Black Sea Fleet, and stretch air defenses. Yet, its effectiveness depends on scarce missiles and launchers, months of training, and a heavy support chain. Even if practical hurdles are overcome, political risks are profound, and escalation is a real concern. Leaders must balance tactical gains against the strategic risk of confronting a nuclear-armed adversary. The Tomahawk symbolizes modern American power, and its potential deployment underscores the stakes. In war, there are no easy answers. Every decision carries costs and consequences. The Tomahawk could change the war in minutes, but the decision will be weighed over months and years.